Welcome to your favorite podcast, where your potential climbs one podcast at a time. Today, the subject we're going to be talking about is the value of time, right? And how do we value time, and what is time, right? We have here Augustine, Ricky, our guests today, Jose, and Luis, right? So, guys, what do you guys think is the value of time? Anybody can jump, or anybody can say what they think of time. The only thing I wrote here about time is just, it says what does the abbreviation, at least to me, what it means. It's just things I must endure or experience, in time, right? Because time is something that does come, and it's something we never get back, right? So in other words, we have to enjoy the moment now, right? Because that's it. Once it's here, it's gone. We'll start with you, Luis.
Yeah, you know what? I think that nowadays, more than ever, we have come to a point in time where we as individuals have much more time. I hear so many people saying the phrase, I have no time for this, I have no time for that. Who hasn't heard that, right? We've heard that anywhere. If you build a business, if you go to work, if you play video games at home, if you're looking for a job, if you have a job, you're always going to hear people saying, I have no time. I have no time for this. I have no time for that. But in reality is that we do have time. We've had more time than we've ever had for ourselves, than we've ever had in history. Back then, our great-great-grandparents, think about them. Did they have a car? How long did it take them to get from one country to the other? What did they have to do? How long would it take them to go get some milk? How long would it take them to get a shirt? How long, it's just so many things that you think about nowadays. You could order stuff online 24/7. You can order food online 24/7. You could order your clothes. You could order a TV. There's an unlimited ways for you to be able to save time. And what before, back in the day, would take people a year, it could take you months. Before, back then, what would take people one day, it'll take you a few minutes or a few seconds. So I think that we have been blessed with all the evolution that we've been having, because now we have more time for ourselves. There is absolutely no reason why anybody should say, I have no time. Unless, of course, it's an excuse. You see, I think that when it comes down to time, either we have an excuse or we have a sacrifice. It's one thing for the other, correct? So I think that that's it. I think that the only reason why people will say I have no time is because it's an excuse for them to relieve themselves from the consequences of the choices that they are taking with their time.
Yes.
So I think that's the best way I could put it, guys. What do you guys think about that?
That's a good way, and that's at least from what I've heard. Is people, that's the main number thing they say. I have no time, and to me it's just an excuse for them not to want to get out of the comfort zone of giving up their time, whatever, which they consider their own personal time, but it's something that they use as an excuse, right? And if it's for a good, then why not?
I agree.
Get out of that excuse.
Definitely, we gotta eliminate those excuses. First of all, thank you guys for having me as a guest today. We hope that what we're sharing helps the people, all the viewers, and those who listen to the podcast. I really have enjoyed what Jose and Louis have shared so far, and I know there's some great wisdom that will come from Augustine. We've worked together in different projects before. But I like that Louis mentioned about, Jose mentioned about that time is something I must enjoy and endure. I think a lot of us don't think about time in that manner, because they're really life is. I believe life is beautiful. It's full of possibilities, right? And we do have all that time, like Louis mentioned. We have all this great time in our hands, and it's just a matter of making the right choices. So I think what that brings me to is like to think about time management. Most people talk about time management, but if we think about the word management, it means to hold, to handle, and really time is something we cannot really grab. We cannot grab it, we cannot handle it, we cannot twist it or bend it, right? I mean, it's like so more than thinking about time management. I think it has to do more with managing the activities that we have with the time that we have. Like we mentioned, is the choices, and we all know we all have 24 hours in a day, and it's like and we choose what. I think it comes to like thinking about what's the priority, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish, and set myself those goals. That is like during this time, I'm gonna utilize it the best way possible, like have the best activities. Sometimes we can actually end up getting delayed on the things that we're trying to accomplish, and I think that's when we fall into procrastination. And procrastination, probably somewhere we'll leave a link to a TED talk about it that talks all about procrastination. It was really fun. It talks about procrastination being like a kind of like a lazy monkey that wants to leave things for later, and things don't really happen until the panic monster comes up. And I think that happens to most of us. That is like we let the time pass, and as the time gets closer, we start thinking, I got to do something about it.
Well, that's for us guys. I mean, I don't know about if you guys, but I started a project and never ended it. And just because I never, and our famous is I'll get to it, or I never have gotten to it. I don't have time. So do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? And it's still there. But like you said, time goes on and on, and we never get to it.
And I think that's a cultural thing, because like I've heard a lot of times it's like for some people it's different. For some people it's like it's okay. It's okay. We're like a few minutes late. Anyway, the world's not gonna end, right? I mean, and it's true. The world is not gonna collapse, but we can end up falling behind on some things. I mean, it's like if we were to take our child, because like right now it's like all of us are parents, and our child is due to be born, and if it gets delayed, then our child can suffocate. We would not want to be late for that, right? I mean, it's like, but when it comes to other things, I don't think we give enough importance to those things, and then our whole life just falls behind, and that's not just procrastination, but that's like punctuality. I was at an event where this person, and I'm gonna say it, he was a Caucasian man. He mentioned that his father taught him that if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're being disrespectful. And I had never heard it that way, but it's like it really makes such a huge difference. I mean, if we have thought about it, I mean, I know I've walked into a place where the class or like has already started, and it's like then there's this big moments of silence, and everybody just turns around and looks at the person that's coming in. So it's like it doesn't just like interrupt one person, but it interrupts a lot. And the worst is that just like we miss out on things that we could be learning.
I think we gotta understand, learn the value of time, because some people don't give that importance to time. Because you could be either doing stuff with your family or be doing stuff with other people that are not your family. You shouldn't be doing, but I think you have to some way or somehow learn it, maybe through other people, and understand how valuable time is, and how limited time we have. Because when you're younger, you think you have all the time, in the world, but as you get older, you realize, the time, the clock is ticking, and so things that were not important before you are starting to become more important because you understand the value of time, and but it's something that we have to either learn it from someone or go to now that we have technology, just read, listen to something that will help you understand why time is so valuable.
And it is, time is very valuable too, and also in the fact that our kids, they take that also the time, and with that, family also a good thing to spend the time with. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a little bit into the subject of family, because they also want that quality time. You know what I mean? And like you said, growing, like one of you guys said, what a baby, they're suffocated in there. But once they're out, all the time and all the attention is all needed for them. And same thing with at least with my kids, all they want is that quality time. Same thing with our partners. They are our wives. They all want quality time too. They want to spend time with them, right? But that's something that I had at least learned about time. Either I spend time with the little ones into what they want to do, or I spend time into what I want to do. And for me, in that time, it's like the value of time. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna be proactive with her, or I'm gonna do something that's not gonna benefit, her, or it's just gonna benefit me? And that's when we kind of have to, at least for my thing, balance. It's like, okay, well, if the time is what she wants, then time is what I'm gonna give her. Everything else is just trying to find it in our schedule to fit what I was gonna do. And it's just about finding the right adjustment with your time in the day.
I really like what you shared there about family. I think that anybody could relate with any subject when it comes down to family, whether we have a dysfunctional family or whether we have a happy, healthy family. We could always relate to something that falls under family, because we all have it. Whether it's with our blood family or whether it's with friends that you see as family. And you know what? Something that you did mention about the family, I know there's a lot of people too that you ask them, like all these people that say, oh, I'm a hustler or this or that, but a lot of them do say time is money. Have you ever said that? Have you ever said time is money? And do you say it just to say it, or do you say it because you believe it? Now, I think that if we measure time with money, we're measuring time so cheaply, absolutely cheaply. Because what's gonna happen if you begin to measure time with money? You're gonna start to get a bit greedy. You're gonna start to get stressed out because you're only thinking about money. What if you have a good paying job? You're like, I'm making $100 an hour. Time is money. If I'm not, it's like if you're talking with somebody, the only thing that's going to be going through your head, you're not going to be listening to the person. You're going to be saying, I'm here. I'm not making $100 an hour because I'm here wasting my time, But not everybody thinks that way, but we could come to a point where we do get to that point in thought where we say time is money. And if I'm not working, I'm not making $100 an hour. If I'm not working, I'm not making $50 an hour. And I think that's unhealthy. That's very unhealthy, because if you fall under that train of thought, you're going to begin to see your family deteriorate. You're going to begin to see how stressed you become, how unhappy you begin to feel every day of your life, because money is your priority. And the day you realize that we're all going to die someday, the day you realize that you're on your deathbed and you're like, that's it, this is it for me, you're really going to come to realize and become conscious that $100 an hour means nothing. So time is money. I don't believe in that. Time is unlimited. I don't even know what word to put. I don't even know what to say, the definition of time. But something I could say is that we all together have come to understand the value of time. We share all this information with you guys. We share our thoughts with you because we believe that investing this time together helps each other out grow. We help each other learn, expand. We share ideas, and this is a healthy environment. And if we could also help you guys out at home or in the car or in your headphones if you're listening to us at work, then it is an absolute honor for us to be able to help you guys out in this manner. It is time well invested, I would say.
For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. And talking about time investment, right? we also have to have the energy to be able to give the time into what we want, right? And obviously, when I say energy and time, obviously, because it kind of goes together, because you have to have the energy to give the time to something that you want to do. And now we see a lot more people giving the time into their phone, and that's a distraction if you're not working towards something, right? Another thing could be also playing video games or even sleeping in. Not your regular 8 hours, but you're sleeping, while you're awake or during the day, not being here. And that's where time kind of has to go and put the value into what am I doing that's going to be proactive, right? I'm not saying that you can't be on your phone. I'm just saying that put in the time also into something that you want to work for, right? Because if spending an hour or even 30 minutes longer than you should on your phone, is it gonna get you to what you want, right? Or is it just time wasted just on that one thing, right? Or just put it as schedule. Okay, if I'm gonna be on my phone, I'm gonna be here for a little bit of time, and I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna get something closer to what I want to work for, right? Because I know pretty much some of you guys want to work for something or want something more out of life, right? And obviously, time is a huge factor nowadays, right? Because time goes really fast, right? We're born, we're trying to learn how to walk, then we're toddlers, we're trying to learn how to talk, then we're teenagers, we're trying to learn about life, and now we're, here adults and, getting over the crisis and everything about it. And once you get old, the only thing that time is going to be here is just, death, which is, it's not a sad thing, but it's going to, happen. But what I'm trying to say is that time is here now. Whatever happened yesterday, it happened, it's gone. Whatever's gonna happen tomorrow is not even here yet. So it's the time now that we have to kind of enjoy and figure out what we're gonna do with it, right? Because also with time, we can misuse it, we can direct it somewhere else, and we just don't even know what to do with it. But I know you guys and everybody here wants something more, especially you guys want more out of it, because you guys are obviously here on our page trying to see what this is about, right? But it's just how to find time into something. And I know something that Brianette does is that she keeps like a calendar, but also like a journal, because that way it also keeps in track of like what we're gonna do in the day, how we're gonna even plan out our meals and everything. So at least we know that, hey, if it's time with our kids, time with the family, time within me and Brianna together, that's also something that we have to enjoy too, right? But it's also the balance of knowing what we're gonna spend each day, each hour, each time with it. Not really into managing time, but knowing what we're gonna do so we won't waste it, right? We won't waste it with our kids, with our family, with our activities that we do. And obviously we don't want the day to go by. And I'm not saying that we can't play video games, because we can play video games together as a family and spend that quality time, right? And that's time well invested if you're spending it with your kids, right? So it's just doing too much of things that haven't gotten you anywhere. And that's where you have to kind of realize that time is not really there, working for you, right? So it's just kind of getting out of that routine that we're used to, because I love to take naps, but I can't take naps. I mean, I wish I could, but either I take a 20-minute nap or I spend 20 minutes with the kids, you know what I mean? So that's where kind of I have to give it up. But I do like to sleep in. Right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I do like to sleep in. But that's also something that...
You're not alone.
Is that on the calendar too?
No, the calendar starts after I wake up, right? But no, even me, that's something I have to work for, you know what I mean? So I have to wake up to start my day a lot earlier.
We can help you with that.
Yeah, just call me and wake me up.
I think it's something that is like a great number of people go through. I mean, it's like I also like to take naps, but it's like I think I have noticed that like depending on the patterns that we have, a lot of times sleeping. I mean, I've noticed that like for me, when there's any worries, it's like I take that time because it's like I know that when I close my eyes and when I open them again, some time already went by. But it's like I think if anybody is in that particular like scenario where it's like you have something that worries you, and you just want for time to just run out for the next thing to happen, there's I think we need to remember that we don't have to be afraid, and there's things that we can do, and we have friends that are willing to support us. And like if you feel that you're alone, we're here. We're here for you. We're connected here. We hope that that what we share helps you out. Never feel alone, and we always want to encourage you to take a step forward in the direction of the life that you want, in the type of life that you want to have, because it's like really I think time is like air, and it's like it's so abundant. Like we have so much time, we have so much air, and now you, Jose, talking about how it feels that like the time goes by so fast. Let me tell you, well, you're getting older, and
can you see it? Is that what it is?
I think it's because your beard is coming
It's
in.
coming on, right?
You didn't have,
Instead of different colors now.
you didn't have that 2 days ago, but no, I mean it's like of course it's like sure you could tell, but I don't know, the four of us, I'm the oldest, so I can tell that time goes by a lot faster. I mean, like as we see our kids how much they enjoy, and if we think how we all used to enjoy the time, it's like we didn't think we were gonna be sitting here as parents, talking about time and how time goes by either slow or fast. But it's like really, it's like I mentioned, it's like to me, time is like the air. I mean, and as we get older, it almost seems like it starts going away faster. We start running out of it.
How do you guys keep track of your time? Like, do you guys, like you said, you share a calendar between you and your wife? Like, do you guys?
My wife and I, we share calendar.
Okay.
But
Regular Apple calendar.
Yeah. She's got it set up where it's like all our activities are tied and connected, so we could see what's going on. And what the good thing is, we got the privilege or the honor. It's a better word, right? We have the honor and the opportunity to work together.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see what's happening. If I add something, she can see it. But one of the things that I know we have to add into our calendar is fun activities, because it's like when we're focusing so much on one particular side. For some people it could be religion, for some people it could be business, for some people it's just working out, and sometimes we neglect other areas of life. And the most important thing in our lives, I think, is once again is our family, right? So it's like if we value time, I think it's like we can value someone in our life, right? We don't know how your relationship is with your family, but there's got to be somebody that cares about you, and they're investing some time into helping you out. And so I guess one of the things that we haven't mentioned is that we could probably take time to be grateful, right? And the more grateful we can be for the different things. I mean, like I'm very grateful for this particular moment. I'll be moving to Arizona. It's gonna be a while since I see these guys, but we'll be connected, so we'll probably have some like more podcasts, more chats, but it'll probably even be long distance since technology makes it possible. I mean, I guess I did want to share that about, like I mentioned, about time and the air, and I see it more. I mean, Louis, I showed Louis a picture earlier of my dad. My dad, he has fibrosis. Fibrosis is an illness in the lungs where it's just deteriorating, and as the lungs deteriorate, it's like the percentage of oxygen becomes less and less and less, which what it does, it shortens your life dramatically and drastically. It's like because it's like the rest of the body needs that oxygen, and it's just running out. And right now, I really don't know how much longer we're gonna have. I mean, but one of the things that I know is that my dad, he loves me, and I love my dad, and I know he doesn't want me to go into debt. He wants me to be able to help my kids, and so it's like, so there's kind of some tough choices. I think throughout our life, right, and I guess our life, we could call it throughout the time that we're gonna be alive. It's like we have to be able to make those choices. Some choices are tough, and never think that you have to meet somebody's expectations. The most important thing is that each one of us, and you as the viewer or the listener, is like, remember that any decision that you make, you have to be okay with yourself. If you feel like it was the wrong choice, the choice was already made. Don't torment yourself because of that choice. Remember to forgive yourself and to forgive others, and in that time that gets lost, it'll come back to you. And I don't know, but you guys want to share anything else?
There's this one TV show talking about time. There's this one TV show. I'm not gonna say the name, but if you guys know the name, put it down in the comments. It's the intro of a cartoon, and this cartoon, the intro is focused on time and how fast time passes. So it's a 20-second introduction to the cartoon, and it's a baby. The baby's just like in the sky. It's flying in the sky above the clouds. There's nothing around him but just blue, zero clouds. And then he's getting older. He loses his bib. He's getting older, and then he grows some hair, and then you begin to see clouds coming towards him. And then after that, he has his graduation gown. He graduated from school. All this in a matter of 20 seconds. The introduction, remember, 20 seconds. He's moving ahead through the sky, through the clouds. And then the graduation, the hat gets just blown off. And then he gets glasses. He gets a belly. He gets a beard. And then out of nowhere, you start seeing all these bills on the side. It says rent, mortgage, car. You see these cars. And then after a while, you see 2 kids coming, and then another kid, and then a wife. And you keep seeing more and more papers just showing bills and this and that and responsibilities. And I think that in those 20 seconds, you could really reflect on them so much, because that's how fast time passes. In those 20 seconds, they pretty much illustrated how you're a baby, and then you go through all these things. You're a baby, teenager, adult, you become a parent, and then we have to leave Earth, and that's just how quick time passes by. The good thing is that, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, in our grave you see 2 numbers: the date you're born, the year you're born, and the year that you die. But the most important thing is that hyphen in the middle. It's what you did with your time. So many times people will go to your grave, people that don't even know you, they might just pass by there, and they'll be like, oh, look at that name, look at that person, But the thing that they don't know is that hyphen in the middle. And that hyphen, the people that are going to remember that hyphen are the people that are close to you, your friends, your relatives, people that you've impacted throughout your life. So this isn't all just a sad topic, but it's also a topic where we could be grateful for what we have, for what we had, and for what's to come. And yeah, guys, I'm very grateful and very happy to have met you guys here, in life. It's definitely a great way to live life. And we continue to look forward to this journey of podcasting here for all of you guys, to be able to share things we learned along the way, building business together, just hanging out, or just our personal experiences all put together, because life is beautiful. So don't waste time. If you don't know what to do, then start off with that. Start writing a journal, just like Agustin asked. Something that me and my wife do when it comes down to time. Every Sunday we plan out our week. We're like, okay, so what do we have to do this week? And it's not just about activities. It's also about what bills do we have to pay this week. Do we have to go get groceries this week? What day do we go? What day are we free? What times are we available? So as long as you plan out your life, it's better to plan out your life than to not plan it. Because just like I spoke about money and time, the only similar thing that money and time have in common is that you either waste it or you invest it. And it's better to invest both. So sometimes people might not see this as investing your time, or perhaps you spending time with your parents. But like Ricardo said, if it makes you happy, that's pretty much all that matters. Be okay with what you do. Be happy with what you do, because that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Time never stops. All right, time never stops. Time is going to continue. And one of the things that is like, I had shared with Louis earlier, is somebody has planted a seed for us to enjoy the fruits, right? And those fruits are all different kinds of things. They're not just like the edible fruits, but it's like technology. Somebody started at some point. We can enjoy it. We can use it to learn. It's just like so rich in potential, right? But so thinking about that, it's like somebody planted that seed, and we're enjoying it right now. So it's the invitation so that we can utilize that time also to also plant seeds that can produce for somebody to come later on. I came some time ago. It's like I heard a story of an old man who was planting a coconut, and a young man was walking down the beach, and he said, "You foolish old man, don't you know it takes hundreds of years to grow a coconut, like a palm tree?" And the old man said, somebody planted this coconut so that I can enjoy it. They're like, why not? Why shouldn't I plant one so somebody in the future can have something to enjoy? And so it's like the invitation, so that during the all our time that we can continue to learn. Because I think that's like what you said, Louis, to be able to invest it, and to be when we invest in anything, when we invest our money or our time, it's we're gonna have a return. We might not have it right away, but eventually it'll come.
Beautiful. Anything else anybody wants to share?
I read this book a while ago, a few years ago, but it helps you, I guess, to manage your time more, better. So if you're wondering like what is the most important thing, what you should do, or how to, schedule that. It's called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. And then actually like a couple of other people, we read it as a group, and then we did the workbook also. It came with it, and then it helped us out to like write down stuff and manage our times better. We did it at the beginning of the year, I think it was, and then it was kind of like a project we did. But you want something to read? Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy.
It's a good book.
It's a book, all right? Don't take it literal. It's a book.
Yeah.
Eat that frog. We're gonna go.
You can eat it, cook it well. I've tried it with a little bit of lemon. It's not too bad. But yeah, definitely read that book. I actually have to read that book. I've only heard like bits and pieces of the story, and it's like since we are talking about time and time management also, it's just that like that Eat the Frog is I believe is so that we can do the things that we like to do the least first. So because like the next activities are activities that we're actually gonna like and enjoy. Yeah. So it'll make it easier.
Read the book.
So I can tell you, I'm gonna be eating a lot of frogs because I have a list of things that I want to accomplish, and I'm definitely gonna make the most of that time.
We know you will. Well, everybody, we know that we could keep talking about this subject for hours. There's so many other points that we could get into about time, correct? About spending time with your family, about spending time at work, and how much time at work really is necessary. There's so many things that we could, like for example, when your manager at work asks you, oh, could you come in this weekend? You're not giving them, or they're not giving you $15, $20, $25 an hour for you to be there, or $30, $35 an hour because it's not overtime, correct? Oh yeah, it's overtime, let's go. But it's not about that. It's about your time. So think about it. Is your time worth it? What are you giving up? What are you giving up to make that money? What are you giving up to be there? What if you're invited to 2 birthday parties? What are you giving up in one birthday party to go to the other? So I think we all have to jump into that Eat the Frog book so we could really begin to see what at the end would be the most valuable thing for us to do. Yeah, thankfully we had Ricardo say yes to this invitation. He's leaving to Arizona soon, but thankfully he was able to make that time to be here with you guys.
sure.
And we thank you for that, Ricardo. We're definitely gonna
Thank you
miss
for
you.
having me.
We know it's not goodbye. We know it's not goodbye.
For sure.
And as we are dealing with this right now, perhaps you're dealing with something similar in your life. So we do just tell you that spend time with the people that you love. Don't let go of them, even though sometimes they'll fly away or drive away. But you know, it's just that's just how life works.
New chapter in the.
It's a new chapter in the book, of course. Yes. So, yeah, these are moments that we will never forget, guys. Never forget them. We'll always be thankful for them. We will feel blessed for having certain people in our lives. And for those that you don't feel blessed for having in your life, I'm sure that we've learned something. All right, everything in life happens for a reason, and we are here together for this reason, to be able to share with you guys. So I think that'll wrap it up for us.
Well, actually, before closing, we wanna invite you to leave, put in the comments if there's a topic that you would like to talk about, that we would like to hear, because like I think we enrich each other's lives when we all get to share. So if you want to hear like different opinions on a particular topic, you know, put it in the comments, and we're more than gladly. The guys are running the show; they're gonna do it for you. And if I get to connect, you know, I'll share my opinion too, and leave yours too.
The guy's running the show, but you see who the expert is, right? It's all right. We all start off somewhere, guys. So we do just want to thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. So don't miss it. Be sure to share this video with somebody that you love, somebody that you love to spend time with. So we'll see you guys next time. Your favorite channel, your favorite podcast, one podcast at a time.